appears to be a problem here. Bearings out. Yippity skippity. But not that big a deal. We'll get her done. This was cleaned off. This is all from today, so no haters hate on that. But guess it's a little warmish, but we're gonna get this knocked out. New bearing, like brand new. My lovely assistant, Katie Jo, has came to the rescue with tools and assistance. So yeah, we'll see you guys when I'm bailing. You say anything?
Deuces.
Alright, well everybody, we're bailing that grass we were raking earlier. I'll put at the beginning of this video a little bit of a cluster mess there. Have had a bearing go out, and it was not a good time. Had a small fire, but it took me, it was 6 o'clock when I called the parts place. It is 7 o'clock right now, 7:36. So I had to drive 15 miles one way, basically 30 minutes on the road, had big 2 stops in town. So we're talking, it took probably less than a half an hour to put a new bearing in. It was the main, I'll show you here. It was the main top roller that drives it, the rubber roller on top there. And it was the main one, and it went out, just seen a little smoke, and I got stopped right away, so it wasn't a big deal actually, but there's a routine every day in the office. If you guys have been watching the channel in the past, you may remember my baler door fiasco. This is actually the same field that the baler door fell off in, and I've never really shared how that turned out. I'm gonna say on the baler door fiasco, if you don't remember, I have to go back and watch the videos, but the pins broke, factory weld broke, and the door fell off, and they ended up getting me going. And then throughout the season I had some other issues with the door, and we realized the door was actually bent. So with that door being bent, it wasn't allowing it to shut correctly, and like I said, I had some other issues I was dealing with it. I know my windows are terribly dirty today, but I haven't been to the yard to wash it off lately. So but anyhow, the dealer, New Holland finally corporate, agreed that they ended up doing a deal where they did help pay for some parts and some labor, but I still wasn't very impressed. And then I dealt with the baler door being tweaked the rest of the year, and then I had it taken in, and they actually put a whole new door on. I still think we would all been better off to send this baler to the salvage yard or sell it and let someone else fix it for what we ended up with parts and labor in it. But my insurance company wouldn't let me claim it since it was a factory default. It was the factory's problem, and New Holland wouldn't swallow the whole bill. So I can't remember what it ended up costing me, but as far as I'm concerned, we had a few bales on it. It should have been covered. But it is what it is. I can't go back and change it now. And that was also going on through all the big D. So needless to say, when you're going through that, you can't just go buy stuff. Once that process happens, you're kind of locked down. But this tractor had to have the front end completely taken off, had a kingpin go out, and had to take it to a machine shop, and they ended up welding up the kingpin hole and putting it back in. And then one of the pins for the pivot arm, or the pivot on it, we ordered it, and there's only 2 in the United States. And then we found out that found out that when we ordered it, we opened the box and it took like a month to come in, and then it was the wrong part. It was actually a hydraulic cylinder for a top link. It had the right part number, but it was definitely the wrong part in the box. So called the other place that supposedly had the other one, and it was actually labeled the same. So this tractor was down for like 2 months, 2019, right after planting, right after I got done planting, I just started haying. Had a few neighbors that helped me out tremendously, let me use the tractor to bale for a while, and helped me out when I needed help, so that was great. But anyhow, this is what we're doing. About 30 foot of windrow, as I stated in my raking video, and I don't know, I haven't timed it to see how often we're getting the bale, but there's going to be quite a few bales out here. And anyhow, that's kind of what we got going on now. I guess I'm hoping I can get this field done, and then I'm going to be gone for a few days. Gonna be gone over the weekend, taking the kids somewhere, and gonna enjoy myself. So, but yeah, you guys, I guess hopefully if you guys have any other questions on the baler fiasco or any other questions, feel free to ask. Not gonna get into much more of the big D stuff. It's just, it is what it is, and it's over with and done, and I'm glad to just shove that shit behind me and look forward and move forward in life, and sometimes you just gotta let shit go. So anyhow, we'll see you guys on the next one, and